remain Honorable Danburam Abubakar Nuhu, representing Kano Municipal, the only gentleman from the municipality in the whole of the Green Chambers, and I'm from Kano State. Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues, let me thank Honorable Shaulu for his contribution. And I think I will lean more, or my debate or my contribution will lean more on the contribution coming from Shaul. Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues, it is a clear thing in Nigeria that every year we have certain number of students who have done JAM looking for spaces within the Nigerian universities. And those spaces are not available because those universities cannot accommodate them, or they cannot provide those spaces. And this is a very big challenge. And I think it is one of these big challenges that perhaps maybe Honorable Betty was raising, that states also need to come out and support. And I recall that the university that we established in Kano is basically to continue to support other universities. And that was why during our regime in Kano, we established the university that we call the Northwest University, which is in addition to the Wudil, that is the Kano State Science University in Wudil. Additionally, also, what we did was to support students in perhaps maybe, trying to make certain arrangement with universities in how they can accommodate those students by creating or constructing accommodation for those students who are coming from Kano. This is something that the state can do to support them. But coming back to the bill that Honorable Jaribe, I think, presented, he has done his part as a member representing his people. And why are we here in the parliament? We are here to represent our people. We are here to ensure that we give good representation to our people. We are here to ensure that what is good for our people is taken to our people. And he has done that part of it. And I think what Honorable Shaulu is saying, that if the bill is passed with this second reading, it will go to the committee. All the debates and all the arguments we are putting forward in terms of whether it is strategic, whether the costs can be accommodated, are issues that can be discussed at the committee level and can be trashed at the committee level. So I will urge my honorable colleagues to allow this bill to pass, this second reading, so that it can go to the committee, because I think the fear that we have is the issue that has to do with the cost implication. We have passed so many bills in this House where these bills have gone to the executive, and they have not passed through the executive in terms of they have been turned down because of one reason or the other. And they will still come back to the House. If the House, have seen that those bills are important, they will still review them and take them back to the executives. And until we have done our part in terms of ensuring that the bill is passed. So to me, Jaribe has done what he needs to do as representing his people, because he knows the need of his people. Each one of us that is here is representing his people, and each one of us knows the need of his people. And that is why we're here, to present the need of our people. So I am urging honorable members, please, my honorable colleagues, support this bill. Let it pass the second reading so that it can go to the committee level, and then in that committee level, we can all debate and argue whatever we want to argue. Thank you, my honorable colleagues.
Mr. Speaker, I want to call our attention to three important things. The first thing is that last two months ago, we were in Ghana. We met with the Nigerian High Commissioner in Ghana. Ghana is hosting 80,000 Nigerian students who don't have space. Nigerian students who don't have space in Nigerian universities. Former ASU president, I was speaking with him the other day, Dr. Fage from Kano. 1,500,000 students applied and start for JAM. There is admission vacancy in all the private universities and the government-owned universities, both state and federal level, for only 250,000. About 1.something million don't have spaces in Nigerian universities. Today, about 2016, Nigerian students and parents spent over 300 million pounds in school fees for their children in the United Kingdom. Ghana, 2016, we sent 5 billion naira as school fees. So, as far as I'm concerned, whether there's need for more universities or no, or there is very, very, very serious need for more spaces in Nigerian universities. The private universities, I've forgotten the percentage. I have spaces for just about 20% of all the current spaces in Nigerian universities. So private universities cannot substitute for public universities. Indeed, if you go to Rwanda today or other parts of private schools are closing down because they don't have the same quality of public schools. Presently, most private universities don't have the resources, don't have the equipment to train students the way they should be trained. Let's not throw away the baby with the baby water. That is number two, sir. The second point I want to make is that we have a parliamentary process that someone comes in, we talk about the general principle, whether this bill is good or not. The bill is good. We send it to the next stage, the committee. There are so many bills with the committee. The committee is going to study them. The committee is coming back with recommendations to this parliament for us to take a decision. And it's not everything that goes into a committee that is set up to study and look at the needs and what should be done that comes back here automatically. May I want to plead that this bill, as we have done with all other bills on colleges of education, on polytechnics, and on universities, that the general principle of this bill, that is a good bill, is a good initiative by our member. We should send this bill to the next stage so that further studies are done on it and we'll receive recommendations in these chambers where we can take decision. We should not throw away the baby, good baby at this stage with the baby water. Thank you, sir.
I am Honorable Johnson Egwahidi Oguma. I represent all the people of Isako Federal Constituency from Edo State. Mr. Speaker, I want to start by saying that education is a necessity and very, very important. I want to say that were it not that there was a secondary school in my village, I would have remained a farmer. Because I had to farm, to pay fee, to buy uniform, and to buy books. Because I needed a place to go to farm to raise money to go to school. Ogoja is a very old province in this country. And not just that, as responsible representative, our duty is to identify area of needs and for us to come here to present it before the honorable members that are representing our people in this assembly. And more also too, I've discovered that our people would rather prefer to be educated without a job than to be uneducated and at the same time without a job, which is very, very dangerous. So, Mr. Speaker, our responsibility is to make laws, and the responsibility of the executive is to find a way, a means of funding university education or education as a whole. So I wholeheartedly support this bill, that it be read second time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Read second time. Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. The ayes have it.